Today we're going to be going over why does the bag always do this when I punch it. Stay with me. Okay, so when I'm hitting the bag and it keeps doing this every time I hit it, especially those bags that have the tripods, those are very bad about swinging like this. Basically what's going on is I'm having too much push into my punches. I'm not having enough pop. What you want to focus on is having enough push and enough pop at the same time. I'm going to show you how to accomplish that. So first thing you want to do when you hit a bag, depending on what your goal is, for the sake of this one, my goal is to act like I'm actually fighting somebody, okay? I'm going to treat this bag like it's an opponent and I'm actually wanting to fight them. The first thing, actually I'm going to show you what you don't want to do. The first thing I don't want to do is I don't want to start like this and I don't want to try to throw my punches, okay? So I'm going to end up not getting anywhere really, okay? It's different if we're talking about a different scenario like hooks to the body, going inside with the uppercuts, but we're not. So first thing you want to do is you want to find your distance, okay? So I'm going to be doing this from my orthodox stance and my left-handed stance to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to start my orthodox stance. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to find my distance on the bag, all right? So if I can touch this bag, touch this opponent with my middle knuckles, then I'm at the perfect spot where I want to be, okay? As long as my arm's extended out, I don't want to hyperextend my arms now, but my arm's extended out in a good spot, okay? And my shoulder's not pushed out yet. This is my distance that I want to be at when I want to hit this bag. All right, if I'm here and this is my distance, I'm not going to be able to fully lock out my punches and get the range that I want to get. So again, I'm going to find my distance right here. I can tap the bag, move around the bag a little bit, find my distance. Left-handed stance is the same way. I'm going to find my distance here, okay? I'm just tapping the bag a little bit, all right? All right, so the next step of this, all you're going to do is you're going to throw your jab. So, found your distance, you think. There we go. Found that jab. All right, step in with it. Now, look where you're at now. Now when you throw that jab, it's going to end up doing this. Okay? So, you always want to kind of find your distance. So, if you step in with that jab, depending on what you want to do, if you want to keep on the outside and keep working your distance and hitting the bag and popping and moving, you're going to step right back out of that, all right? So I'm going to step in, step out. So I could duck, step out. So I'm keeping my distance. Bag swaying a little bit. It's always going to sway. So what happens when the bag sways now? So I'm going to land a 1, 2, 3. This bag's going to sway. To make it stop swaying, I could easily just tap it a little bit, find my distance, push on my opponent's face, push on the bag, make it stop swaying. Or I can wait until that bag comes back and I wait for a perfect shot and land that hit. So again, I'm going to start with the first thing I talked about. I'm going to tap the bag and move. So 1, 2, 3, the bag's moving a little bit. I want it to stop. Tap it. There we go. All right, so now what you can do is you can set up those power shots when that bag comes right back at you. So I go 1, 2, 3, and it swings like this. Now I can wait for it. All right. It's moving, it's moving, it's moving. I'm going to wait. See how I got to slow down just a little bit? So I'm controlling that bag. It's not moving all over the place anymore. All right, so a recap on what I demonstrated today, just to make sure we get what I'm talking about so this bag's not flowing all over the place. All right, first thing, find your distance on that bag, okay, or that opponent. That's your distance, all right? Land your shots. If you're going to step in, step right back out if you're working your distance now, all right? If the bag does start moving a little bit with a hook or a jab or anything, what you do, you can tap it a little bit with a jab, kind of bring it back, and you can post on it and get the bag to stop. The next thing you can do is when the bag starts swaying, you wait for that bag to come right back at you, and you land that hook, all right? And if it starts swaying that way, you land that hook, and then you get it right back where it stays in the middle again, all right? So I'm going to do a couple of punches as a live demonstration to show you what I mean. So that's moving. I got to stop moving out there. All right. That is today's lesson on how to keep the bag from swaying so much. I'll see y'all next week.